Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Shipali Jain, want to teach you and discuss you about the formation of Indian National Congress. When we need about to know about Freedom National Movement, firstly we want to know about the formation of Indian National Congress. The establishment of Congress was presided by several regional, provincial, and sub-national organizations in various parts of India before the formation of Indian National Congress. Organizations like the Jamedari Association, British India Association, Pune Sarjanik Sabha, Bombay Presidency Association, etc. came up in India. All these organizations had prepared the foundation stage for an all India organization. A.O. Hume, a retired British civil servant, played a major role to mobilize and bring various intellectuals and organizations into one all India organization. In December 1885, Hume, with the help of other leaders of India, established the Indian National Congress. The session was held at Bombay and was presided over by Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. The annual session of Congress were held at different parts of the country, whole of the country. The second president of Indian National Congress was Dadabhai Naoroji at Calcutta 1886, who elected three times. First Muslim president of INC was Syed Badruddin Tayyabji in 1887 Madras, and first English president of INC was George Yule, who was elected in 1888 Allahabad. First woman president was Annie Besant in Calcutta 1917, and first Indian woman president of Congress was Sarojini Naidu, who was elected 1925 at Kanpur. After the formation, we have to know about the objectives of the Indian National Congress. The first and foremost major objectives of Indian National Congress was to promote the nation building process in India. It was to create a national identity of being an India among the people and to promote national unity. So, and the second, it was to allow political workers from all over the country to educate and mobilize masses under a common all Indian political organization. Under a common all India political organization. Thirdly, to promote political consciousness and political awakening among the educated citizens and then to all the sections of the society. Fourthly, to create a common pan-India political leadership. Next, to promote political liberal democracy and democratic culture in the country. The working structure of Congress session was democratic through debates, discussions, and voting. Next, to create and promote anti-colonial ideology among the people. And lastly, to prepare and put forward the popular demand of Indian National Congress before the government. This was to ensure the public welfare and also unify them over these issues. Such views on reason regarding the formation of Indian National Congress. Very different reasons behind this. First reason is this that it is a safety valve theory. There is a theory that Hume formed the Congress with the idea that it would prove to be a safety valve for releasing the growing discontent to the Indians. To this end, he convinced Lord Dufferin not to obstruct the formation of the Congress. Beyond this, the extremist leaders like Lala Lajpat Rai believed in the safety valve theory. Even the Marxist historians' conception theory was an offspring to the safety valve notion. But against this, it was said it is an organization for expression of Indian demands. For example, modern Indian historians dispute the idea of safety valve. In their opinion, the Indian National Congress represents the urge of the political consciousness Indian to set up a national body to express the political and economic demands of the Indians. Historian, historian Bipin Chandra observes early Congress leaders used him as a catalyst to bring together. Let us discuss working of Indian National Congress. Early congressmen had faith in peaceful and constitutional agitation. Prayers and petitions were the instruments. Congress session lasted only for 3 years a day, 3 days a year, had no machinery to carry on work in the interval. They believed in the goodness of the British nation and believed that all would be well if the British could be acquainted with the true slate of affairs in India. Deputations of Indians were sent to inform the British public. In 1889, a British committee of INC was founded. But a landmark rise in the shape of Surat split. The differences between the moderates and extremists become official in the Surat session of the Indian National Congress in 1907. The meeting was to take place in Nagpur that year. The extremists wanted Lala Lajpat Rai or Bal Gangadhar Tilak to be the president, but the moderates wanted Ras Bihari Ghosh as a president. So there was a rule that session president could not be from the home provinces. Tilak's home province was Bombay Presidency, in which Surat was also situated. So the moderates changed the venue to Surat so that Tilak could be excluded from the presidency. The moderates also wanted to drop the resolution on Swadeshi boycott movements and national education. Rasbihari Ghosh became the president in the session which was held at Surat. Tilak was not even allowed to speak, and this encouraged the extremists who wanted to cancel the session. Both sides were firm on their demands, and neither was willing to find a common path. The moderates then held a separate meeting in which they reiterated the Congress goal of self government within the British Empire and to adopt only constitutional methods to achieve their goals. So, thank you. We will discuss in again next class.